So, with 2020 coming to an end in like 6 hours as of this recording, I wasn't thinking about doing a video like this, but 2020's been kind of an exhausting year, and I've seen some other people do just a small retrospective on everything after it was all said and done by the end of it. And honestly, I've got some stuff I want to say just about the year, but like just me coming back to YouTube in general, because I've had some thoughts, and it's I think like now that we're heading into a new year, like I think it's high time I speak about some shit here and there. So 2020, what a garbage fire of a year that was. That was something. That I don't know what you could call it other than trash fire. It was a trash fire of a year. Now, do not think for a second that, just because we've just hit 2021, everything gets reset. Do not think for a second, it's not 2020. No. It's 2020, I feel like it was a year where everybody had to, like, stand up and go, no. No more. So, if you want 2021, I'm going to impart some knowledge right here and now. I was going to wait till later in the video, but you know me, I'm not a guy known for structure. I'm going to say this right here and now. If you want 2021 to be better than 2020, I want you all to make that change. I really want you all to think about what you want. You want things to be better? Right? Then make it better. You want things to be worse? Fine, don't do shit. Just go about your fucking business. Because that's how you make things worse. You don't stand up, you don't try to make that change. And that's a lesson I've had to learn a few times. Because here's the thing. In most shows, like, people go like, that's the lesson you've learned and now you don't have to learn it again. Sometimes you gotta learn the same lesson a few times over till it finally sticks. It's like being hit with a newspaper you're popping a bad dog over the face, like, no. It's gotta be like that sometimes. And if I'm being real right now, when I came back to YouTube after nearly a year hiatus, when I left at late 2019 to move on to Vlare because of the changes going on in YouTube and just how I just did not feel fulfilled on YouTube anymore, I was liking Vlare. I was very much enjoying Vlare, and now I'm hearing... But after Vlare went down the tube, I was like, God damn it. And then, now that I'm hearing Vlare's coming back, it's not worth the effort of going back, of bouncing back and forth. There's no, I can't keep doing the whole, I'm back, I'm not, I'm back. I am not fucking, Brett Favre saying like, I'm retired, I'm just kidding, I'm gonna go play for the Vikings. I am not gonna try to Brett Favre it up, or, I guess, I'm not a wrestling guy, but I guess you could say, like, Undertaker? Although no, Ric Flair. Ric Flair's the better example of, I was gonna retire, psych, I'm not gonna retire. I'm coming back and then gonna do something different. That's what I don't want to do. So, when I came back to YouTube, I was not having fun. And I'm still not having fun on here. Now, it is cool that I am reconnecting with, like, a lot of subscribers who weren't able to follow me over to Vlare. It's cool to reconnect with them, and more importantly, I'm reconnecting with Chris, with Manos, with all of those guys. I'm so happy that I got to reconnect with everyone, really. But at the same time, YouTube is a changing beast, and it feels like it's getting worse. It constantly feels like the moment I think I'm getting somewhere, I get, like, YouTube and the algorithm and everything else bitch slaps me into oblivion. Like, I've been looking at my analytics numbers for the past few months. They have been bullshit. They have, like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong here, but I've been making like little, like if I can get to 200 views on a video, then I'm happy. Like that's a good video. But I don't know what I'm doing wrong. The highest peak I've had in a long time was the Godzilla Singular Point trailer. That was over 11,000 views, and I know that's a drop in a that's hardly even a drop in the bucket in the grand scheme things of the YouTube gods. But I don't know, at the same time you're probably thinking, well, why don't you just quit YouTube if you're not happy? Because I like doing these videos. I like doing these kind of videos because I honestly think I'd go crazy if I wasn't able to like express my thoughts on stuff or review comics or kind of connect with people on here. YouTube, as much of a beast and a bitch it has essentially helped me connect with so many people, you know, Mount Vernon Kid, Real Manos, Ziploc Gory, Kaiju Noir, literally so many people on here that I really love, and I really think they're completely awesome. And, you know, they're some of my best friends. And that's the funny thing, like, they're my best friend. These guys are like my best friends, but like, I don't see at them. Like, Chris I met once at MegaCon. I got to meet in person for and that was the best time of my life when I went to MegaCon with Chris for like 4 days straight. It was nothing but just total fun. Those are the best days. That was like a highlight for me. But at the same time, like I said, YouTube is just somewhere like I just feel like I'm just kind of running around in circles, you know. So it just feels like these days I'm just kind of running around in circles, and it's depressing. And the thing of it is that I'm not getting paid for this. I'm not getting paid on YouTube because the YouTube gods really hate me for previous strikes I've had for bullshit reasons. So I can't make any money. And I don't know what I'm doing because I'm unemployed. And it's very hard, in case you haven't noticed, it's very fucking hard to get a job in the middle of a pandemic. It's very hard to get a job in the middle of a pandemic. And I understand that, you know, people are out there making money on streaming and whatnot and YouTube. But here's the thing. I don't, even if I did make, like, partnership with YouTube, if by some reason I did, then I wouldn't be making a lot of money to begin with. I would more or less be trying to make money that would be considered like dimes. Like, I could try to shoot for trying to get a job at, you know, a fast food restaurant and make double of what, because I crunched the numbers, and this is a guy who sucks at math, so I asked a friend who is good at math to help me with that. And yeah, but again, you're probably wondering, well, why do you keep doing this? Because I would legit go crazy if I wasn't here talking on, you know, on here. And it was such a big move for me to do on camera stuff. When I started that when I did Mr. Multiverse on Vlaire, you know, I started there, and I was really nervous about doing on camera videos. I was very scared about that because I was always camera shy. That's what it comes down to. I was always really like camera shy, but when I got more used to it and I got to actually like emote and express and, you know, show off that, I felt more at home with that. You know, I felt very much at home and almost at peace with that. And coming back to YouTube, I decided to keep with that because it's easier. It's a little more easier to edit and a little more easier to work on. And I don't do a lot of editing because I suck at it, so everything is just off the cuff. I don't write stuff down. It's just, you know, I just find it, you know, it's just been easier for me. And I know easy way doesn't usually equal the right way, but, like, I don't have a lot of options in front of me these days. So, yeah. It's, but again, like, I just enjoy, you know, coming on here. But at the same time, like, there are days where I'm looking at comments and I'm like, are we just not going to discuss the subject? Because I'm going to, alright, not to be a dick, but I got to address this. And it's getting old, so I got to address this. I'm getting real tired of coming on to the comment section and just seeing, like, a bunch of just, do this, do that, do this. I'm not the trained monkey, okay? I will decide what goes on my channel and what does not. So, you're more than welcome to come watch these videos, but I'd like to see, like, discussions and whatnot. And don't get me wrong, I do get that from a lot of comments, but there are some people on here who just do comments just saying, do this, do that, do this, do that. And I'm like, you're missing the point. I want to talk about this subject because it's kind of important. Yeah. So, that's been kind of a crux for me. In that I have been yeah. And I've been dealing with a lot off camera, so that's the last thing I need, is someone trying to be like, dance, little circus monkey, dance. I have gone through 3 breakups. I have gone through bouts of depression that I'm still battling. I have been going through mental illness. I have been going through the shit. And I understand there's been people going on who have had worse than me in this pandemic. I very acknowledge that, and I'm not trying to demean that. But for me personally, it's been like, I've been going through my own hell, and there are some people on here who don't feel like they want to help me. By just, and I'm not saying like, help me do this, this, and this. All I'm asking is, just comment on the video, like, as, I mean, it's cool if you want to leave suggestions, but like, if you're just throwing out suggestions for something not even like remotely close to the video as it is, yeah, like example, like I do a fanfiction idea video, and someone just throws on an idea for like a fight video or something like that. I'm like, this isn't even like remotely close to what I'm talking about, and it just irritates me because it just feels like I do these videos and no one seems to give a shit, and it does lead to that whole point of, well, what's the point of doing these videos if no one's gonna if everyone's gonna ignore them just for other videos that are also going to get ignored in some extent, then what's the point of coming back at all? Look, I don't mean to be a jerk, I really don't, but I was like, you know what, it's 2020, I want to start, and I hate the idea of new me, a new year, new me, because that never works out for anyone. Not just me, but like no one does. Everyone got tired of the new year, new me, ha ha ha. You give up about 2 weeks and you go back to the old you real fast. Yeah, New Year's resolutions are bullshit. Don't even pretend. Don't even pretend, people. I have, so yeah, my thing is, I'm sorry, I lost my whole train of thought, but like, it's been tough. And I'm not saying like 2021 may be better or worse. We don't know. We've got a little more time. We've got some time until 2021, like a couple hours until 2021. And we won't even know, like, I doubt it's going to be like day 1 of 2021, boom, instantly better or instantly worse. How long did it take for everything to kind of snowball? It took until like late February, early March until well, no, I take that back. We had some stuff in January and then more stuff in February, but then it really didn't snowball into something horrendous until like late February, early March. So let's wait a bit. Let's wait a bit to see what happens before we say it's better or worse than 2021. But we can all agree. We can all just be like, fuck this year. I think we can all agree, fuck this year. And here's the thing, I've never really done a video talking about like a year in retrospective. Mostly because I've never saw the need to, but I feel like this year I have that need. I have that need to do this. But at the same time, I've grown, not just on here, but on like fanfiction.net. I love doing the Infinityverse stuff. I love doing the Infinityverse with one of my best friends, Jason Voorhees 2011. He's been, a great writer and, in his own right. Sometimes I think he's better than me. And that's saying a lot. And this is coming from a guy with a bit of an ego to him. So honestly, I look at his work and I'm like, God damn, he is so much better than me. Writing out these scenes, especially like an action scene. Jason is really good at doing a better action scene than I ever could. So, where was I going? Oh yeah. So yeah, the Infinityverse has been really good. But when I came back to YouTube, it was like, it was kind of difficult. It was kind of a difficult decision, but I was like, no, I feel like I have to do this, and because I would go crazy if I didn't. If I didn't have this, I would go crazy. And I just wanted to. I decided to do a video like this because again, like there had been so much there was so much shit in 2020. That it was just like, you know what? I feel people coming on here and talking about like what they're, that this 1 year was a retrospective. This was like a perfect time to do a video like this. So, and I figured this would be a time to like, I wouldn't say air grievances, but just kind of sit down and be like, hey, yeah. So, but at the same time, it just feels monotonous. There is some kind of monotony here. Monotony, is that a word? Fuck it, I don't fucking care. It just kind of felt like I've been, kind of running, like, it just kind of feels like I'm running in circles again. And, I don't know how long I could keep doing this sometimes. There are just sometimes where I'm just like, I'm like, I dread doing a video. Like, I dread just doing, like, the simplest of videos sometimes. It just gets to that point. Because sometimes there are just days where it's not fun. Yeah. Sometimes I just want to do, like, sometimes I just look at, like, some view counts for my videos, and I'm like, man, this is depressing. This is depressing. So, I don't know. Like, I'm gonna keep going because, I'm gonna keep going. This isn't like a fuck y'all, I'm out. This isn't like a fuck y'all, I'm out video. I'm in no way saying that. I'm just saying, like, man, sometimes it just feels kind of bleh. Like I just kind of feel like that sometimes, and but I'm gonna keep going because I don't know generally what else to do, and I do like coming on here. I do like doing videos. I've gone back to collabing on 2 videos now with Mount Vernon Kid. That was a highlight for me. Going back to collab with him. Also doing videos with like Doc Holocron and Joel Davis and Red Leader, doing the Mando reviews. Those were pretty fun. So there is like pro-con. There is like definite like pro-con kind of stuff going on these videos. So that's all, that's always a good thing. And I'm not here to shit on anyone. I'm really not. I just wanted to be like, look, guys, I like the review, the stuff, I like when people come on and give suggestions, but like, make it the right video. Don't be like, just randomly suggest like 30 different fights on like a fanfiction video or something like that. Also, I just hate being controlled. I really hate the idea of just being like, what's the point of doing this if people are just going to be like throwing out ideas for something else that, that like is just like, why? Yeah. So, but like I said at the beginning of this video, I know this has just been one big rambling mess, but like I said, if you want 2021 to be better, you got to make that change yourself. And hopefully I can make that change too. So, later, guys.